Should we talk Southgate?
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk Southgate. Let's speak to Paolo. It's in Italian.
Oh,
Why
God.
have I gone
Why
there?
are we doing that for the first caller?
Paolo.
Good grief.
Good evening. It's an absolute pleasure to talk to.
Oh, God. Paolo, why have you phoned up to Globe, Paolo?
I'm proud to be British and proud to be... I was born in London, raised in London, so I'm both, okay?
Who did you want to win?
I was neutral in terms of whoever won, I'd be happy and I'd be sad at the same time.
You must have had a preference, Paolo. There must have been...
A dog in the fight.
There must have been a part of you...
I wanted England to win because living in London, it would have been absolutely amazing for the country to be riding on a high. And that's why I want Southgate out, because he missed an opportunity we were playing at home at Wembley. The first 10 minutes, Italy were on the ropes. Kane, the first half, he was unplayable. And we didn't press for that second goal. We just defended for 88 minutes.
We're playing Italy, Paolo. I think you've been a bit harsh. No one's beaten them.
But no one's beaten them. But that first 10 minutes, they were on the ropes. They didn't know what to
We
do.
scored a goal in the first 10 minutes. What more do you want?
No, the first 2 minutes. But we could have pressed and we could have got the second. And once we had the second, who knows what would happen. But to defend for 88 minutes. And the point why I want him out. On the bench, Phil Foden, Jack Grealish.
Foden wasn't on the bench. He was injured.
Saka. He brings on Saka, who's never taken a penalty in his life. To take respect to Saka for stepping up. But Southgate, really? Is he the only option left to take the poor 19-year-old kid, take a penalty? It's just, is that the best option you have?
I think right now, Paolo, he is, and I've been a defender of Gareth for quite a long time, and we've never been quite sure whether Gareth is going to be the long-term answer. No one knows that, but I think with what he has done, and I think the bigger picture is where England were, what he has done with this squad, how it's evolved, and where we've got to, and it does feel as though we're getting closer and closer. I think, okay, who would you bring in? That's the question.
Sorry, can I interrupt you? Where we've evolved, it wasn't very hard to evolve from the previous manager, let's be honest.
No, but it is. Every England manager previously. We have spent millions on the likes of Capello, Sven.
We were on our knees, and it wasn't hard for any manager to make.
I'm sorry, I totally disagree, Paolo. I'm sorry. You say it's not hard. You're underestimating exactly what Gareth has done with this squad. No one has got to a final before. And you think of the players we've had, you think of the managers we've had, and you think of the big names that have come in. I'm going to go Capello, okay? Capello came in. Sven came in. We've gone down that route.
After Roy Hodgson, it wasn't difficult for anyone to get. But let's talk about the final, because that was our big opportunity to win.
I like what you're saying now.
We had a relatively, not easy, because no game's easy to get to final. We had to, playing at home at Wembley, everything was stacked in our favour, and we got to the final.
So what? Sorry, apart from Wembley, what else? You said everything. What else was stacked in our favour?
Okay, we had an easier ride compared to the other side of the draw. Okay. So this was our opportunity. We granted, playing at home, the fans after lockdown, everyone be riding a high, and we got to the final. So great. We score in the first 2 minutes. Italy, Kane is unplayable in the first half. They didn't know what to do, and we should have pressed for that second, and we did it. And it's such an opportunity missed that. God, I feel so frustrated. Because, what will in the next World Cup, will we have a draw so favourable?
Paolo, remind me who Italy beat in the semis. Spain.
Spain, right.
Remind me who Italy beat in the quarters. Belgium.
Right.
I mean, they didn't beat us. They didn't beat us.
Okay, they didn't beat you, they didn't beat us. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
But
is it, though? Is it fair enough, Paolo? Because I think Southgate deserves a massive pat on the back.
Right, no. You got when you evaluate the game, we were playing at home. We scored in the first 2 minutes. We had an opportunity to press and get a second, and we should have done.
You don't need a second goal. One's enough.
But we did. Obviously, we did, because we didn't win the game.
We didn't lose it.
No, but we did. Well, who's got a trophy?
Yeah, we didn't lose the game, is my point.
Who's okay in 50 years' time? Who will be?
Let me ask you this, Paolo. Let me ask you this. If Italy had lost the final, would you want Mancini out?
Okay, when you evaluate...
No, answer the question, Paolo.
No.
If Italy had lost the final, would you want Mancini out?
I'll tell you why I wouldn't, because there is a pattern of play. There's a structure to the team. Regardless, they lost their best player, the left back, there's still a structure to the team. What is Southgate's philosophy?
Paolo. So the same rules apply here, as far as I'm concerned. You know, we're talking a kick away. Okay, the margins are incredibly tight. I'm not saying Gareth Southgate didn't make mistakes, because I felt that there were moments in the game that he could have done things differently. But we're all wise after the event. But you can't have it. You can't have it both ways.
You were lucky to get through again, or they were lucky to get through against Spain. Let's not forget that.
Why were they lucky?
Totally outplayed.
Yeah, Spain
correct. But you can't go. There is in a tournament.
Correct.
In a tournament, 7 games packed into 28 days. You're gonna have moments where you're not gonna be the best team. But Italy were arguably the best team for a tournament. The way they played, the way they performed.
Paolo.
Correct.
Paolo. England haven't had a manager that's taken them to a major final since 1966. You want to sack the only one that's done it, do you?
What is his philosophy?
No. Well, his philosophy is bringing through young kids. You know that.
Okay, where were the young kids on the bench? Did they play? No. Hold on.
Yeah, the average age of the squad...
Wait. Oh, sorry.
Hold on. I'm going to ask you a question. Phillips is young. Rice is young. Mount is young.
Look, what did Mount do? I forgot he was even playing.
Wow, Paolo, listen to you.
Hold on, wait.
Paolo.
These young players, he brought them on.
Okay, Paolo, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question.
And he put Rashford at right back.
Paolo, let me ask you this question, right? Real easy question here, right?
Go on.
So England have only ever won one major tournament. That was way back in 1966. Are you suggesting... You obviously are, but I just want you to confirm it because it would sound silly when you say yes. Are you suggesting the only way Gareth Southgate could have kept his job was to win the Euros?
No.
Why do you want to sack him?
Because he has no... there was no identity to the team.
Oh, rubbish. Absolute rubbish, Paolo.
Okay,
sorry, I'm happy to listen to what you've said up to that point. No identity. You can see exactly the identity of this team, how it's evolved. I'm sorry. You're wrong. You're wrong on that. You're wrong on that.
Bringing on Rashford at right back with 2 minutes.
Yeah, but you know why he's done that, Paolo. Come on, let's not. These are semantics here. Don't fence with me. You know why he done that?
Okay. Do you know why he did that, Paolo? Do you know why he brought Rashford on?
Because he's great at taking penalties in practice.
Well, there you go.
Well, there you go, and that's the reason why. That's the reason why.
No, why are you saying it right back? Why is that your argument?
Okay, hold on. Has Saka ever taken a penalty for Arsenal in his career?
No. But look, these are things. That's not a reason to get rid of him, Paolo, is it?
No, hold on. So you bring on a 19-year-old kid who's never.
But Chris Waddle's taken plenty. Stuart Pearce has taken plenty.
How old have you got to be to take a penalty? So not 19. Let's work. Not 19. When 20?
No.
21? No, give me an answer. When do you take a penalty?
He's never taken a penalty for Arsenal in his career, so why would he take?
Who would you have had take one then ahead of him?
I wouldn't let the most important penalty England have had.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Who would you have to take a penalty instead of him?
Somebody with a bit more experience.
Who? Name him.
Who?
Dad, I'm not the manager.
No, come on, Paolo. You've got the answers. We'll have a conversation.
No,
who?
I know, but I surely wouldn't have a
19-year-old
kid who's never taken
Who?
one.
Name him.
Would you? So, if you were manager, Jason, would you let a 19-year-old?
If he's good enough to wear the England shirt and he's putting a penalty shootout, that's when you got to stand up, and he missed. No harm in missing. Nothing wrong in missing.
No, great. Listen, hats off to him that he.
Who would you have taken the penalty then?
Who was still on the pitch?
No, you tell us the answer, Paolo. You can't phone up and have a pop at someone for taking it and then not have the answer.
Look, Maguire, when Maguire stepped up and he put it in top corner.
Well, he's never taken a penalty as far as I'm aware.
What about John Stones?
Okay, maybe, but who?
Walker.
He was off the pitch.
Wasn't on the pitch.
John Stones. John Stones.
You said that?
Phillips?
Was he
He was on the pitch.
He was on the pitch. Yeah. He could have taken.
Well, hold on.
How many has he taken in his
Tell
career?
me why you're choosing Phillips.
Hold on. How many penalties has Phillips taken in his career for Leeds?
Why are you choosing Phillips, Paolo?
I don't know.
You're making a point to try and put
No. Why are you choosing Phillips? Tell us what's behind your choice.
I want to know how many penalties Phillips has taken in his career.
Why Phillips? No, hold on, Paolo. Okay. Tell us why you've... Look, watch. Jason, why would you choose Harry Kane to take a penalty?
I don't know.
No, why?
I don't know, mate.
Hold on, Paolo. Why would you choose Harry Kane? Obviously, because...
He's experienced.
Right, and he takes loads of penalties and scores them. So why are you choosing Phillips, Paolo?
Okay, I want to choose the most important penalty kick England have had for decades. But I would want someone better. Someone better.
The first one was most important.
Sorry, tell us why you're choosing Stones and Phillips.
Okay, would you?
No. I'll ask again. I'm getting you quite. You sound like a clever man. Right. So I'm guessing you've not plucked the names from the air. So I'll ask again. Hold on. What's your reasoning? It's a simple question for choosing Stones and/or Phillips to take a penalty. What's that based on?
Okay, you'd think that Stones would have a bit more, not nous, but a bit more calmness, a bit more. He's been longer in the Premier League, playing for Man City, playing for England for many years. He would cope with the pressure a bit better.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
Messi's Mr. Penalty. Badger's Mr. Penalty.
I think we're getting off topic a little bit.
Yeah, we are.
We're getting off topic a little bit.
We can agree it was England's most important kick for decades.
Well, someone's got to take it, Paolo. Someone's got to take it.
And listen, hats off for the kid for stepping up.
Someone's got to take it, and someone's got to miss.
Paolo, just quickly, because we've got to go to a break.
Can I just say something? Jorginho missed his penalty, Paolo.
Yeah.
Correct.
As well, right? So it just happened.
Just quickly, if Phillips would have taken that fifth penalty for England and missed it, would you be phoning up saying, why is Phillips taking the fifth penalty for England?
No, of course, guys. Of course. First of all, listen, you two are the best presenters on the show.
Don't try and flatter us now.
On this show, best on the show.
The best on the show.
On the show, there's no one else. For God's sakes, man.
Best on the talkSPORT roster.
Yeah, Paolo, it's too late now. It's too late, Paolo.
It's been a pleasure. And
cheers, Paolo.
We missed opportunity.
Paolo, listen.
Forza Italia.
Congratulations.
No, don't congratulate him.
No, he's Italian there. You notice that? Do you know what I noticed I liked about Paolo? He kept saying us. We talked about England.
Yeah, well, he said at the beginning it was. Yeah. I enjoyed that. It was good.
Someone's
go on.
Found the tweet I sent to.
Don't read it yet. Read it when we come back.
Back in 2017.
The drunken tweet to Wonder Woman. Yeah. What, have you got the time it was sent?
Yes.
Have you got the time?
Yes.
Tell us the time, and then we'll read it out afterwards. What was the time?
3 minutes past 2 in the morning.
Amazing. You're listening to me, Andy Goldstein, Jason Gundy, on the Sports Bar and talkSPORT in partnership with Bet365.
The Sports Bar with Andy Goldstein and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday night from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.